And in 1995, I was in a psychiatric institution with major anxiety disorder, panic disorder, PTSD, and depression. So welcome to the conference. I'm so happy you're here.
And so I don't mean to be flip, I really don't, but it's my story and I'm not ashamed, I'm not embarrassed. It's why I'm here with you today.
I am Tammy West, and that is my story. Welcome to Consider Yourself Hugged, a place to find comfort and support as you navigate your mental and emotional well-being. So sit back and relax, unless you're driving, and get ready for this week's hug. All right, here we go. We're starting, and so if you're watching on YouTube, I'm just going to sit up once. And Michelle, you can sit up so that everybody... So I have on a long sleeve shirt that says thankful. It's orange, and I wear it I got it a couple years ago. Somebody gave it to me, actually. A friend I'm very grateful for gave it to me. And so I just wear it. But now when I lean down to talk, you can't see it anymore.
It's very nice. I'm envious of your thankful shirt.
Thank you.
I now need to find one so I can wear it for Thanksgiving too.
Ooh. I'll have to think about that. But you have on fallish, and you have coffee too.
I have coffee, yes, and then I put on the most fall-looking thing that I had.
It looks like Aztec.
That's what David was like, you're gonna wear your Indian blanket.
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't look like well, it does look warm and cozy.
Yeah. Maybe I should have rethought. Should I go change? I'm just kidding.
You look amazing.
Okay.
You look amazing.
This is as fall as I have.
And
I'm not a huge orange, I don't wear a lot of orange, the color orange. I don't wear a lot of the color brown. So.
Well, you do look good in like purples, and I don't even remember what that means. Like the color thing, but you're not a fall.
No.
Well, I was thinking before we started too, well, never mind. We'll come back to that in a minute, but we have not talked about what we're doing for Thanksgiving. So you start. What do you do?
I will be having Thanksgiving here at home. It'll just be me, David, and Drew, and we're looking forward to it. My sister is working, and her family is going to his brother's house, and I think Ryan will be there with him. So it's
a small,
quiet. Yeah. We planned out everything food wise yesterday, and
is everybody cooking?
So we're cooking part of it. We did something a little different this year. We ordered some turkey and ham from Edley's.
From what?
Edley's barbecue.
Oh.
And so we almost always do turkey. We usually make the turkey and do like honey baked ham if we have ham. But this year we just decided to kind of make things a little simpler, spend more time just with each other. And so we ordered that, and we're making sides.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I want pictures.
Okay, definitely. What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
So if everybody, we have a big family between Tim and me. So my daughter, Lindsey, I'm not saying that for you. I'm saying that for obviously, you know who my daughter Lindsey is. Her boyfriend is a pilot, and he'll be traveling. So Tuesday night, we're going to go over there and just have a little small something with them. And then Thursday, we will have at my in-laws' house. So there will be 24, 25 people. So everybody's bringing stuff, which is really delightful. And we have a small house now, so we can't host anymore, but they have a big house. So that's what we're doing. And then Saturday, having a few girlfriends over here, including you.
Yes, I will be here. I will be there.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
we thought we would, what I was going to say a minute ago, I'm going to say now, but so Michelle and I decided we just want to do something short today, 30 minutes maybe, and just talk about like our favorite Thanksgivings and what made them that way. But I also was just thinking after church this morning, at least acknowledging, like there's a woman that we both serve on the media team, and I just love her so much. And I was like, well, what are you doing? And she said, she has some family things going on, but she's like, I'm not sure. And I said, well, come join us. I was like, it's going to be a little chaotic, but please come join us. Before I left, I said, listen, do not spend Thanksgiving alone. I said, I know you have a ton of friends. She does. Everybody loves her. But I said, if you don't take my invitation, take somebody's. But I just wanted to encourage everybody, to just be aware. Our youngest, Michael, has not been home for Thanksgiving quite a while because he can't afford, to fly home for just a couple of days. And so he has been blessed to have people have him in. But this year, did I tell you this already, or did I say I would save it?
You said you would save it. You wouldn't tell me until yeah.
He is cooking Thanksgiving for a few of his friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know, my heart is just so, I think they're all going to do a little something, but he asked me for the hash brown casserole recipe and mashed potatoes. And so, but anyway, it can be a tough time for some people. So just, if you can reach out to somebody and just at least make the offer, then just be aware, it can be a tough time. So.
And don't be afraid to take the offer, because I've been in that position as well, not wanting to intrude on someone. So,
We
don't
talked
be
about
afraid
that
to
last
take
time, didn't we?
it.
About how
We
weird it
did.
is.
We did, yeah. Transitional times can be very weird, but if you want to go and be a part of friends that has invited you's Thanksgiving dinner, go. They wouldn't have invited you if you're not imposing. Go. If that's not what you want to do, okay, absolutely. But if it is, then don't let the fact that of being worried you're going to impose keep you from going.
Right. Boy, we could do a whole etiquette course on the invite, the receive or not receive, I don't know, maybe just prep your family to say, hey, we're going to have somebody and it's weird coming into other people's traditions. So would you all help me make them feel welcome? I don't know. Am I saying too much?
No. I was actually just thinking, like, with it just being the three of us, so it's like, who should I have invited? Yeah, that's what I was thinking just then.
Well, I wasn't saying it to, I don't know that I would have sought anybody out, but when she said, she's like the most social, like happy, fun person, but there's just some family things going on right now. And I feel like she wouldn't want to be by herself. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So we ready for favorite Thanksgivings and why?
Yes, absolutely. You go first.
You go. Oh, me?
Okay, I can go first if you don't
Yeah,
want to go first.
you go first because I just talked for like 7 or 8 minutes. So yeah, you go.
So the Thanksgivings that really came to mind were two in particular when I was younger, and then talk about one when I was older. But we had a Thanksgiving when I was really young, where my aunt invited all of her sisters, all of their families to her house to be with my grandmother and grandfather, and we did family pictures and we had a meal. And we have this family picture now that where it's my grandmother, grandfather, all of her daughters and their families there. And it would have had to have been like super intimidating for my aunt. It would have had to have been, and it was complete chaos because
Oh
there's
boy.
so many people. Because my mom was one of 7 girls.
I forgot about that.
Right. So you're talking about my grandmother, my
Oh my
grandfather,
gosh.
all 7 of her daughters and their families.
So
So,
how many people approximately do you think?
oh my gosh, I have, it's hard to even say, but probably, I know that there was at least 50 people there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you
So
have pictures
I
still?
do. I do. I could,
Can you send it?
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
will. Ignore the haircut, ignore my haircut, but other than
I
that,
can't
yes.
wait to see it. I'll post a couple of me too, so don't worry.
And then I have like really just having Thanksgiving at my aunt's house. Other Thanksgivings, it was we often had it at her house. She still does have a large house that accommodated having people there. And so we would go there, and my aunt and uncle are excellent cooks. And, my mom would come over there and bring stuff and cook too. Um, and we would just have a wonderful day. And I think, thinking about Thanksgiving memories from a kid's perspective, the stress is so much less when
Oh my
you are
gosh.
not responsible for
When you're just
preparing.
smelling the
Yeah,
food and watching the parade and laying around and yeah.
yeah, playing. Yeah, I was my cousins, because my aunt has a son and a daughter, and so yeah, we just all played.
Those are
It
good
was
memories.
great. Yeah.
Wow. And then did you say you were sharing something about adulting or just
So yeah, the as an adult, there's definitely, I would say, kind of the first Thanksgiving we had here at 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 our house, and then a couple of Thanksgivings at my mom's house. So all of mine and the Thanksgiving memories, which is just kind of what I realized when I started thinking about this, they all like revolve around family. It's not about the dinner. It's not about the food. It's not about what we wore. We have never been a family that dressed up
yeah,
for
that's
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
we don't
And
either.
so it's not about any of those things. And that's, I think, an important thing for me to remember and hold on to, is that in the hustle and bustle of everything, it's really about the relationships and the people that family remembers, and not, did they serve on this type of plate? Did
Right.
they have this dish? I mean, I don't even remember what we
You don't
had at
remember
this.
any of that. Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, I love that that's the point, right? Is just being together and doesn't have to be perfect and all the things we've been talking about.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
grateful for that.
we want pictures.
Okay, I will find those pictures.
Okay. Okay, well,
How about you?
I didn't think about multiples, but that's okay. No, I was just trying to think. So I think this was sometime between, and I'll have to go look up pictures, which I haven't done yet because they're on, all of my older pictures are stored on a hard drive, but it was sometime um early, like 2010 to 2014 or 15. It was sometime in that time frame. And we had decided to go have Thanksgiving at the time we had a timeshare outside of Orlando, right backed up to Disney property. And we decided to go have Thanksgiving there. Lindsay was living there, yes, at the time. Um, what was weird about it is, so Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday. My grandmother always made it like we would spend the night. This is not a specific memory, but she had a trailer, like a single wide trailer home, and it had a gas furnace. And it was my sister and me, and we would spend the night with her. And that gas furnace would cut on and off in the middle of the night. And whenever it would cut on, it made me feel so cozy and so safe. And she would cook the turkey all night, like at a low temperature, and we would smell it all night. I think we might have gotten food poisoning a couple of times from those turkeys just cooking at low temperature. I don't know, but so it was always just really special. And it was what you said, though. It was so my grandmother only had one child, my mother, and then my mother only had the two of us. And then, of course, my dad left. So Thanksgiving was just the five of us. One, two, no, four. That was it. The four of us. So my grandmother would make everything, but it was just little, it was just the four of us. And so I agree. In my early years would try to make everything, but I still loved it. But that year was the first year that we broke tradition and went somewhere. Cause like that was unheard of. Like, no, we don't. I host Thanksgiving. We have dinner on my grandmother's plates. I make everything. I'm exhausted, and that's what Thanksgiving is. But we went there and everybody pitched in. And the two funny stories, which I've probably shared before, but we always make hash brown casserole. That's kind of a new thing. I say always, like my grandmother, hash brown casserole hasn't been like a big thing for what, maybe 20 years when Cracker Barrel and hash brown casserole. But we didn't have a bowl. We didn't have a bowl big enough. So we got bleach and we cleaned out the bathroom sink and we mixed up the hash brown casserole in the bathroom sink. We didn't tell anybody. I'm telling everybody now if I haven't shared it before. And then we forgot to thaw the turkey, which is kind of a tradition. So we put it in the jacuzzi. I think I've shared that video before. So we have the jacuzzi bopping around, or the turkey bopping around in the jacuzzi. But it really did. From that point forward, I realized that number one, everybody pitched in and I wasn't nearly as exhausted. And number two, they enjoyed pitching in. So it was like all those years of me just doing everything didn't allow other people, grown people, not, not little kids, but just didn't allow everybody to be part of that preparation and talking and bonding. And I just didn't do that. So that really kind of changed the trajectory. And now it's okay. I mean, I miss sometimes hosting Thanksgivings at the house, but not as much as I thought I would. It's kind of time to turn that over. So yeah, that was an important one for me.
Very cool.
And that's it. So
Breaking tradition can be good sometimes.
Well, it can, like figuring out, and the last thing I'll say about the plates, because I teach for the EAP program, we have a holiday webinar that I teach, and I love those plates because my grandmother's plates survived our house fire. And that's one of the few things that survived. And they're china and they're very nice, but they have like black marks in them from surviving the fire. But you can't put them in the dishwasher. So for years, we would eat on them and then I would have to hand wash them. And there's like 16 of them. So plates and bowls and little plates. And it just took forever. And then I just got mad. And then I stopped using them for a while. But a couple of years ago, I was like, I'm going to use them again. And when I want to use them, and then I'll just get people to help me wash them because I really like it. So whatever tradition you like, keep it. If you don't like it, talk to your family, find new traditions, break tradition. Just like Michelle said, just enjoy the time with your friends and family. That's all I got.
All right. Important question. Black Friday shopper or not?
Lindsey and I have done it a couple of times. I'm not a big shopper, but this year we are actually going, well, when this podcast drops, we're going to go shopping on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. What about you?
Not in years, but this year I may. We will see. Last time I went Black Friday shopping, my sister, my niece, they were with me, and I witnessed a fist fight in Walmart. So I haven't gone since then.
Men or women?
Women.
That's traumatic. I'm assuming they were fighting over a sale, or do you know?
Yes, it was. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. And I remember there being some suitcases, but at the same time, I think it also had to do with one bumping into another and already people tired, and like the line was insane to stand in. And at that point, I was like, I don't really think I want to. So Ryan and I actually went and sat in the little snack cafe. And my sister did the shopping she needed. But this year, there's nothing that's essential that I get on Black Friday, but I might go out, not super early.
Okay, well, we want to hear what happens.
Okay. I will not instigate any fights.
No, because you're that way. You're a big old fight starter. Tim and I went shopping at the mall years and years ago. And it was probably a week before Christmas. And there were 2 cars, and I don't remember the details, but one of them got out of his car and went over and started beating the guy through the window. It was awful.
Christmas spirit.
I know, the holiday spirits. So you all, please don't do that. Have a wonderful, enjoyable Thanksgiving.
Give yourself time to get places and be places. Everything this time of the year is a little crowded.
Yes. And just as much as you can, enjoy, relax, delegate. Just do the things that give you all joy. And we're very grateful for you.
Very, very much so.
All right. Well, I'm done. Should we say goodbye?
Yep.
Okay.
You go.
Well, do have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We will, I think actually in last week's show notes, we had said we were going to do mindfulness this week, but I don't know what we were thinking because that was never the plan. The plan was always just to do a short little, happy holiday message. So I don't know. We don't know what we're doing next time, but until we see you next time, consider
yourself.
Bye.